Hi everybody, this is Zen Programmer here. Today we'll continue our work on the NFTMinter contract we wrote, and we'll write a unit test, and we'll continue our work to add a plugin. We'll go to the plugin manager, type in Solidity Unit Testing, click Activate. Come back here. As you can see, a new icon showed up, Solidity Unit Testing. All we have to do is click on Generate. So it will generate a preset template, which all we have to do is customize. Now let's keep the top portion up here, and we will delete the bottom portion down here. We can write our test case from scratch. Now this Solidity unit testing in Remix, the functionality is fairly limited at this point, but of course you can tweak it and import additional unit testing tools such as Truffle into this. And it does take some extra work. Maybe another video I'll talk about it. But for today's unit testing, we'll keep it very simple. We'll test out a couple simple functions to get a sense of how it works. And unit testing is very important in writing code, especially deploy it into the blockchain. Okay, we'll keep the up portion up here. First, like what we always do is document our code. So we define a new unit testing contract named testNFTMinter. Contract. Just a simple declaration here. Now we'll define a function named before each with public visibility. And this basically instantiates the new NFTMinter contract. Now that we got the basic out of the way, let's define a function to test our toggle mint. First, we want to check that the minting is disabled by default. If it's not disabled by default, we'll throw an error message. Next, we'll try to call the toggleMint function once. Now that it's enabled, we'll check if the minting is enabled. If there's an error message, we'll throw an error message that minting should be enabled at this point. Now we'll call the toggleMint function again. To disable minting. We're checking that minting is disabled at this point. If it's not, then we'll throw an error message. So let's double check. Looks okay right now. We'll write our second unit testing function to test the setMaxSupply. So by default, we want to check the maximum supply is set to 2. Now we'll call the setMaxSupply function on the NFTMinter to set a new maximum supply. Let's set it to 5. Now we'll check that the maximum supply has been updated to 5. That looks okay. Okay, let's try one more. We'll define a function to test setMintPrice with public visibility. So by default, our mint price is 0.01 Ether. Check that the mint price by default is set to 0.01 Ether. Throw a message if not. Next, we're going to test to call the setMintPrice function on the NFTMinter contract to set a new mint price. NFTMinter. We'll set it to 0.05 Ether. Now we'll check that the mint price has been updated to 0.05 and throw an error message if not. .05 Ether. Okay. So as you can see, we wrote 3 unit test functions to test if it's minted or not. We set the maximum supply of our token. We tested setting the mint price on and off. These are fairly basic functions to test, and for this demonstration purposes, you can definitely take it further. And in our simple mint Solidity file, the contract NFTMinter, there's also the minting function, there's also the withdraw function, and so on and so forth. And this is just something to get us started, and you can expand this code and test it further. Unit testing can never go wrong as much as possible. Again, this is the nature of the blockchain. Once the contract is deployed, we cannot change it. And if there's any major changes, we'll have to deploy a new contract. Now let's go ahead and test this out in Remix to see how it works. Okay, so this is a test case. We want to run it on simple mint 1. Okay, so this is pretty powerful Solidity unit testing tool that's embedded in Remix. Remember, this is all in a browser, and to be able to run this kind of testing all within a browser, I would say is really powerful. And this is actually a really, really good tool to use for beginners. In the future, we will do more testings on Truffle and so on and so forth. But for this demonstration purposes, this testing seems to be really good. Alrighty, that's it for today. I'll see you next time.